Dudes and dudettes, I could talk about this game, but I don't know how to talk about this game in a way that other content creators are going to talk about it. I don't even know where to begin with this, but I am excited about a multitude of things, and I'm sure everybody's going to cover it. But look at this. We're going to get pool, mini golf, street basketball, fishing, hunting, scuba diving, and who knows what else kind of games that maybe in the online we'll be able to play and do with friends. It looks like chilling out on the water is a good time. That atmosphere of just being in the boat around other people could be cool around real players, as well as the mix of NPCs in all of it. One thing that I'm excited to see is if the NPCs react to online players in the mix. So while you're talking to real players, the NPCs will also act accordingly with the players in the online world in such a way that we've never really seen before. That's probably kind of stretching it a little bit, but it would be cool to see that. Like, it would make the world feel immersively and atmospherically different than any other game that's ever existed. The character models look great. I'm glad that the feel of the game in this second trailer is showing us that they're going for the more realistic, down-to-earth, grounded type of experience, the same as Red Dead did, which makes me wonder, you guys, are they going to tell a GTA story that's a little bit more serious than we've seen in the past? Now, it's very obvious from the trailer that we're going to get some of the funny, comedic banter, the goofball moments of the game, but from the main storyline of the game, it looks like it's going to be pretty damn serious. Now, there's a lot of details in these trailers, you guys. I could pick it all apart, but it would take hours. Now, I know for a lot of you, I'm new to talking about GTA. If you liked the video and you want to discuss more, throw that thumbs up button in there, comment down in the comments, but holy shit, the online aspect of GTA 6, as well as the story, just looks incredible. We're talking thousands of what's looking to be thousands of hours of content. If you guys haven't seen any of this stuff that I'm showing you right now, it's because it's not in the trailer. Go to Rockstar's website, click on GTA 6, and make sure you click on every thumbnail because you'll get a full image. It'll show you all the details. There's a lot of these screenshots to click on. Check it out. It looks absolutely amazing. My mind is less on the graphics and more on the details of the world. Like, what are we going to be able to do? It looks like this game is going to be packed full of content, you guys. Now, after you've seen the trailer, after you've seen these pictures on the website, it's easy to see why this game might be an $100 game. Easy. Like, it looks insane. And the fact that this is all captured on PS5 is also insane. It looks incredible. The thing that really also blows my mind is how every single piece of screenshot and video that we've seen has details all over the place. Leaves brushed up onto the sidewalk, voter and political signs down in the grass near gas stations, and signage, the signage for everything, the brand names, the small little details like wires and vents and air conditioners and all the utilities and the decorations on bars. It's insane the amount of details that they went through to put this all together. Whereas, I mean, think about it this way, you guys. In a movie, they create one set piece, right? They create a set piece big enough to where the camera will see only those parts of the set piece. And in your imagination, you think it's bigger than it is, but it's usually just a small set piece, big enough and detailed enough only to where the camera is going to see it, and then that's all you get, right? Which takes a long time to make, let alone doing it on a real film set as opposed to a video game. They've done this for an entire city. I mean, yeah, GTA 5 and GTA 4, they also have a lot of work put into them, but to the extent to what this game is showing is absolutely insanity. And by the way, you guys, I am starting and still continuing to do a community of GTA 5 on PC currently, and we have players coming in all the time. So if you're interested, definitely go down in the description area, join my Discord, and we're preparing for GTA 6. It does suck it's not coming out in 2025, but it's, 6 months later. But I'm pretty sure that this is the date, like May 26th. It sounds like they're pretty settled on that date. because they're stamping that marketing all over the place. It's kind of a ways out, but holy crap, man. I couldn't stop. I had to stop. I was in the middle of playing Clair Obscur Expedition 33, and I just couldn't stop thinking about GTA 6. I had to stop and just kind of relax for a little bit. And it's really cool to be able to talk about this on YouTube, because when GTA 5 came out, there wasn't really too many people doing streaming or like this. It's been that long, you guys. Like, content creation was still kind of a newer thing. I mean, like, PewDiePie and Markiplier were just kind of taking off with Five Nights at Freddy's at the time. A lot has happened since GTA 5 released. Lucia and Jason look absolutely amazing as characters. I can't wait to see what happens. I live in Florida, you guys. I live in Orlando, Florida, so this game resonates with me even more so. I don't think the game is going to have Orlando in the game, but it might have some inkling of places nearby, you know, maybe a little bit north of Miami is what I think that they're doing. I don't think they're quite reaching Orlando, though. Little things like noticing how the plane looks when it's flying over him as he's driving. The planes look a little bit more realistic, so does that reflect in the gameplay, I wonder? Will planes fly a little bit more heavier and slower and more realistically? Obviously, they're not going to go the simulator route, but planes in GTA 5 were a little bit kind of half arcadey, but half realistic, you know? So you could kind of land the plane just anywhere in the airport and be okay, and it stops pretty quickly. So it'll be interesting to see going into 6 if the planes, you know, take off and land in a more realistic way where you have to kind of be a little bit more careful in how you land it, whatnot. I wonder if bikes get a little bit more love in the game, because motorcycles, you know, in 5 and 4, they were cool, but they were kind of, you know, they're kind of light feeling. They don't feel as realistic as the cars do. So I hope with 6 they kind of go in and give the bikes a little bit more love, make them a little bit more legit feeling. A lot of the screenshots show inside of the vehicle these girls giving the car a wash on the outside, which is really cool. Like, to know that you're actually going to have to keep your vehicle clean potentially, because they seem to get dirty. Just the photorealism and seeing all the NPCs doing their own thing is very different. I hope that's accurate to the full game that we're going to get. That when you're walking around, are these NPCs just doing all these number of things that make the city even more immersive, more alive than we've ever seen before? That is going to be insane to feel when you get into a video game of this caliber. Like, I don't know if it's just the screenshots or the videos, but this is definitely going to be next level. Something else I think we've never seen before, something that will feel very different once we get inside the game ourselves. The game looks so good to where it's going to be one of those things to where when we get in the game, obviously, you know what people do. They try to find the cracks, right? They go in and try to do crazy things to the NPCs to see how they'll react, to see what happens. And it'll be interesting to see if people try to break the game or crack the NPCs or make them do things that are video gamey, and then the game suddenly reacts in a realistic way to what you're doing. You know, they get mad, they fight back, they run off, try to call the cops. And maybe they'll even get rid of the star system, and they'll do something like they did in Red Dead Redemption, where it was a little bit more realistic. You didn't quite know how the cops are going to react based on what you've done. So, for example, like, you start a fight in a club and there's a cop standing in there. Well, depending on how bad the fight gets, because this is how it was in Red Dead 2, depending on how bad the fight is, they might just escort you out of the establishment and not let you back in and tell you to leave, you know. And if you cause any more trouble, they're going to handcuff you and put you in jail. Now, in Red Dead, for those of you that had played it, Red Dead 2, it was kind of the same way, right? You would get into a fight, and depending on the fight, like, sometimes the sheriff would just watch the fight. They'd come up, you'd get a wanted thing, but the sheriff will be like, all right, I'll finish this up. And as soon as you finish up, then they will take you to jail. And sometimes they wouldn't take you to jail. Sometimes, depending on the deputy or the sheriff you got, they will just walk you out of town, and then sometimes they might just get carried away and start shooting at you, but that's very rare. But usually it just depends on what you're doing. If you're going around beating the shit out of everybody and you're causing a crazy commotion, they'll start shooting at you. But if you would just beat up one person and you're in a legit fight, just in a bar, in a saloon, and it makes sense, they're just going to either walk you out of town, they'll watch the fight, or they'll throw you in jail. And you never know how it's going to go down. If they do something like that for GTA 6, it would be amazing. This is exciting. I want to talk about lots more with you guys. I don't know if anybody likes me making GTA 6 videos, but if you guys like this, definitely hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. I would love to continue talking about GTA 6 if that's what you guys are interested in on this channel, as I think that this all happened on May 6th, right? So it would be cool if every month from now, up until release on the 6th of the month, they come out with more material, and then we all keep having things to talk about. With this stuff on the website and the trailer, there is a lot to talk about. There's little Easter eggs, little sneak peeks, and raccoons crawling around in the trash cans in the trailer, if you look very closely. It feels so alive, the neighborhood, when you look at these screenshots and you see the trailer, whatnot. Yes, it's all cinematic cutscenes and all that. I can't wait to see actual real-time gameplay trailers and whatnot, but that's probably not going to come until maybe Christmas time, or if they do it like they've done their other games, they'll do it in February or March. But with that said, I'm Laphin. I will see you guys next time.